Hey everyone, good evening. It's Lovelle Augustine. I'm going to give it a couple minutes, see if we have some people hop on. I know it's a holiday weekend, but I just wanted to pop on real quick and do a little overview and give you a little bit about my story. So as you guys are hopping on, hey Dawn, if you guys want to just say where you're tuning in from, I would love that. See where everybody is. I just got back in town from Nashville and it was freezing up there. I'm from Florida. I live just outside of Orlando in Maitland. And I got home and it was a beautiful 60 degrees. But when I left Nashville this morning, you guys, hey Dee Dee. Hey Beverly from Tallahassee. I'm a gator. Sorry. Hey Amy. So good to see you guys hopping on. But yeah, my hands about froze this morning, you guys, in Nashville. It was like 20 degrees. I didn't have gloves, so it was so cold. Hey, Casey. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. All right, well, I'm going to get started since we've got some folks hopping on, and I don't want to take up too much time of everyone tonight since I do know it's the holiday, and I appreciate you guys hopping on. Hey, Bobby. Lots of people from Tallahassee. I love it. Oh, I love that you love the Gators too, Beverly. Yay. I like the Seminoles. My college roommate's daughter goes to Florida State. We are both Gators, so I know us Floridians are totally wimpy, Amy. So hey guys, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in and get started. And like I said, my name is Lovelle Augustine. I'm an executive regional vice president and independent consultant with Arbonne. And I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about my story with Arbonne and then just explain a little bit to you about why I think this is such a smart business decision. Because when I was first introduced to this business, it was 12 years ago, believe it or not. It was 2006. And at the time, I owned my own title insurance company. And my kids were 2 and 5 years old. My husband is an attorney and he was traveling all the time. So when my friend called me and told me she'd started a business with a company called Arbonne, I kind of just rolled my eyes because I knew it was one of those things. And I never really saw myself doing anything like this. And, you know, I was busy. I was already earning a really solid 6-figure income. The real estate market down here in Florida at the time was absolutely booming. So I told her, I said, listen, I'll hear you out because I like to support women and their businesses. But I don't want to do your business. I said, you know, I don't do those things. Go talk to my sister because she does that stuff. I really didn't know very much about it. I had a very closed mindset and I was pretty skeptical. My background is actually, before I started my title company, is in banking and finance, and I have a degree in finance from UF. So I never really saw myself doing a business like this. But when my friend shared with me a little bit about what I'm going to share with you guys tonight, it was very intriguing to me, mainly because I loved the Arbonne philosophy. I loved the ingredient philosophy. I'd never found anything like it. And I was just starting in 2006 to understand the importance of, you know, healthy eating and toxin-free and buying organic groceries and things like that. So when she told me what Arbonne stood for, which is a little bit about what I'm going to go over with you guys tonight, I kind of figured it would be crazy for me not to sign up to buy these products online at a discount because I was already buying the stuff anyways and I wanted to buy everything at a discount. So I honestly signed up as a consultant simply to shop for myself and my family online for these products at a discount because I just wanted the biggest discounts since I'm a numbers person. So what ended up happening, fast forward a couple of years, I started sharing this with my friends and family because I wanted them using healthier and safer products, but I still really didn't need the extra income. I mean, everybody could use extra income, but I was still earning really good money with my title company. And my paycheck started to grow as I started recommending the products to people because, you know, I started sharing it with my mom, my sister, my friends, and as they started shopping, because they wanted healthier things, I started getting paychecks and they grew to about $800 a month, which was pretty significant. And it helped us be able to pay down some of my husband's law school debt. It helped us be able to, you know, take some vacations and things like that. So it was really a nice side stream of income for a couple of years. And then 2008 rolled around and the bottom fell out of the real estate market. And when that happened, my 6-figure income went to zero, like literally overnight. And my husband's income was cut at the same time. So it was a pretty scary time for our family because we were considering pulling our kids out of public school. We had some issues there, and we were wanting to put them into private school. And, you know, when you've got big incomes, you have big expenses. So we ended up, you know, trying to figure out what we were going to do. And thankfully, my friend had shared this with me a couple of years prior. So I knew what people had done and seen people be successful with this. I'd seen other people in Arbonne build six-figure incomes part-time doing their Arbonne business. And I just remember saying to my husband, like, my gosh, if they can do it, I can do it. And yeah, Bobby, you're right. Impact can be so scary. And speaking of impact, I kind of had a double whammy because at that same time when the market imploded, it was 2008, my mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in October of 2008. And my aunt had actually, her sister, been diagnosed 3 years prior. So when two women in the same family get diagnosed with ovarian cancer, there's a very high likelihood that they have the BRCA gene, the BRCA gene. So the doctors recommended that I get tested along with my sister and my cousin because we had a very high chance, well, I guess 50-50 of carrying that gene. So right about that same time, I found out that I did, in fact, carry the gene. My sister and my cousin were negative, thankfully, but I carried the BRCA gene. So I had a lot of decisions to make. And in looking at, you know, the decisions, I did a lot of research. Because it's a big decision to decide whether or not you're going to go forward with the preventative surgery. And for me, that meant bilateral mastectomy and a complete hysterectomy. So in doing my research, I was really reassured to find that everything Arbonne stood for as far as the ingredients, what they included in their products, what they left out of their products, those were all things that they were recommending in all these books that I was reading on cancer to help prevent cancer. So that was a huge relief. I already felt like I was a kind of a step ahead, but I'm telling you that because I want you to realize that, you know, one of the things that people say about whether or not they can build a business like this is, you know, I just don't have the time. And I'll tell you what, you guys, we all have the same 24 hours every day, and everybody is busy. I don't know anybody who just sits around on the couch eating bonbons all the time. But this is a business you can weave into your life, and I'm really busy. I built my business to the level where I earned the white Mercedes-Benz while I was going through 3 surgeries. In 2009, I elected to have a hysterectomy. I did that in January of 2009. I had a bilateral mastectomy in September of 2009, and I had my reconstruction in December of 2009 because I didn't elect for the surgery and I didn't want to pay another deductible, so I got it all done in 1 year. And I didn't do it in July because my husband actually ruptured his Achilles in July, so he had to have surgery. So we have 4 surgeries in 1 year in our family. But I'm telling you that because that's when I built my business to Region. I was really just dabbling with it for the first couple of years, and you can make some, you know, hobby money. You can basically, if you love the Arbonne products and you're hopping on just to see, you know, could this be a fit for me? Could this be something where I could make some money? Yeah, if you love Arbonne and you want to like support your habit, if you will, you can make enough money to just purchase your products for yourself and your family. But when I had that impact hit me, I knew I had to replace that 6-figure income. And I was able to start building that alongside my title business failing, which was very stressful. I mean, if you've ever owned a business, talking to your accountant, and I have a business partner, it was just really a scary time for us. So I built it with that. I built it through my surgeries, with my husband having surgery. And my kids were young. They, you know, they were in like 3rd and 5th grade, basically. So anyways, I share that with you guys because you can make the time for this business, no matter what you want to make of it. And the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is really the benefits of having a virtual franchise, because I've been in Arbonne now for 12 years, and I have owned my title insurance company now for 17 years, actually. This in 2019. I've been doing it for 17 years. So I still have my title business. And I now work my title business from home, and I work my Arbonne business from home. My title business, when I actually had a bricks and mortar business, you guys, my title business, in order for me to make a paycheck in any given month, our company had to clear $7,000 a month in order for me to make $1. Like anything above $7,000, I would then make, and my business partner would make. We would split it. So this is something that you don't have that overhead of a bricks and mortar business. I mean, think about, if you're looking to start a franchise, one of my friends from banking lives in Atlanta, and she lives in one of the more remote suburbs, and they didn't have an Einstein bagel. So she told me she was looking into starting an Einstein Bagels franchise, and she looked into it, you guys. They wanted her to have $750,000 in the bank before they would even talk to her. So this is not something where you have to have this huge, crazy investment to get started with your business. This is not something where you have to have an ongoing monthly overhead that you have to support before you can make money. This is really a smart business. And really, if you're looking at this from an economic perspective, when you look at what's going on in our economy now, you guys, more and more jobs are going to start. Oh my gosh, her husband owns a gym and rent is $20,000 a month. That is crazy, Lauren. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe that. Whew. I hope you guys have a lot of members. That's a lot. So I wanted to let you guys know, in our economic landscape right now, what's happening is we really are going to more of a digital economy. So my husband and I went Christmas shopping this year. I don't go to the mall that much because I really do a lot of my ordering online. I love Amazon, and I like to call my Arbonne account my healthy Amazon account because I can get all of my health and wellness products there, all of our personal care products there. I don't have to run to Target and all these other places I was going to before, Bloomingdale's, Macy's. I don't have to worry about that for my makeup, for my protein shakes. I don't have to do any of that GNC or Whole Foods. I can get all of that online in my Arbonne store. But we went to the mall to get gifts. And as soon as we pulled in, I noticed that Sears had closed. I couldn't believe it. Sears has been around forever and ever and ever. And then, the more you look at it, so many retail stores today are closing their doors. I grew up with Blockbuster Video. Thing of the past. Who would have thought, When I even started my Arbonne business, you guys, ordering online wasn't something that was the norm. It was still something that people were very tentative about. They were hesitant. They didn't really trust shopping online. And now so many people, Amazon is just the norm, and really Amazon Prime, because who wants to pay for shipping? So what Arbonne has done, and I'll tell you guys about what Arbonne offers you guys in just a little bit. I'll wrap it up at the end. I'll tell you a little bit about why I think Arbonne is like a healthy Amazon account for you. But going back to the economy, so many of our millennials today are actually going to be competing against robots for jobs. In the digital age, they're saying that 70 to 80% of the jobs are going to disappear over the next 40 years. And that was from Forbes magazine. So that's pretty telling when you look at that. They're saying that half of the millennial generation will compete with robots. Half of colleges will have closed and or collapsed by the year 2030. Okay, that's not that far away. By 2050, they're saying that minorities will be the majority in America. So we're going to have more and more people that are getting older, and we're going to have more and more diversity in our country. So this is really brilliant for you to start a virtual franchise that literally costs you $49 to get started. That gets you your website. We don't have any monthly minimums. There's no gotcha. You don't have to order a certain amount every month. You don't have to recruit people. You don't have to do a certain number of parties. There's no requirements whatsoever when you start a business like this. And that's really what attracted me and why I signed up as a consultant to begin with, because there was no gotcha. I was like, well, why wouldn't I sign up as a consultant to get the biggest discount? It just made sense. Yeah, I know. Colleges. It's crazy. So Arbonne is really like a one-stop shop for you and your family. And why I love Arbonne, let me tell you guys a little bit about our ingredient philosophy, because this to me is super important. And as a busy mom, especially when my kids were little and I was dealing with so much, I didn't have time to read labels. I don't know about you, but my time is valuable, and I didn't have a ton of time to be reading labels. So I loved that Arbonne already had done the research and that they stood for something that I was looking for and that I could feel confident and comfortable with in recommending to my family, especially given the fact that I carried the BRCA gene. I don't know if my kids carry it. So I wanted to do whatever I could do in my house to reduce the number of toxins. Bria, you were asking, is there a cancellation fee? No, there's no cancellation fee. It's $49 to start your business, and it's $29 to renew every year. And that $49 that you pay to start your business, when you sign up or if you upgrade from a preferred client to consultant, it's just $20. But that covers your website for the year. And there's no cancellation fee, nothing like that. A lot of times what happens if somebody decides that they don't want to be a consultant anymore, they just are automatically downgraded if they don't renew their account to a preferred client. So then you can still have the option to shop online at a 20 to 40% discount as a preferred client versus the 35 to 50% discount as consultant. So great question. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. And if I don't catch it, then hopefully one of my colleagues who's on with us will. So our ingredient philosophy, sorry, I got sidetracked, lost my train of thought. All right, so Arbonne, if you haven't heard, is the #1 brand for healthy living inside and out. And why that's so important is because we literally have something for everyone in the family. So we're not like a one-hit wonder. We have a full line of vegan, toxin-free protein shakes, energy drinks, a full line of sports nutrition products that my husband absolutely loves. My kids love the shakes and the fizz sticks. We have skincare. We have skincare for anti-aging for women. We have anti-aging for men. We have a Clear Future line that my son uses because he struggles with some acne breakouts. We have a baby care line. I like to say we have something for everyone, from babies to boomers. We've got it covered. We have spa products. We have essential oils. We've got body care. We have cosmetics. Our cosmetics are absolutely gorgeous. We have so many makeup artists who've actually switched from what they were using before when they found out about all of the just kind of junk that's in some of the products out there. They switched their brand to Arbonne because they wanted their products to be clean for their clients, and also because we don't test on animals, and that's really important to a lot of people. We also have hair care products. We have a volumizing mousse. We have a hair serum that helps with tangly hair, which I love for my daughter. We've got shampoo, conditioner, hairspray. We've just got all kinds of things that are toxin free. So let me go a little bit into our ingredient philosophy if you are not familiar with that. So at Arbonne, we have always adhered to the European Union standards. Our founder is a man named Peter Mork. He was Norwegian, and when he started Arbonne, he had this philosophy in mind from day one in 1980. We've been around for 39 years. And when he came up with the idea for Arbonne, he wanted a company that would offer vegan, clean products that actually worked. So he commissioned some of his friends in Switzerland to develop some products that were healthy and clean and that worked. And we actually started out as just skincare, but what he did is he brought the products to the United States because he knew here in the US, we did not have very healthy, clean standards for the products here. So, we've always adhered to the European Union standards. In the European Union, they've banned about 1,400 different chemicals from being used in their skincare and cosmetics. Do you want to take a guess, anybody? You can just type it in the comments if you want. How many ingredients we've banned here in the US? I'll give it a second. Yeah, Bobby, I know. We were buying stuff from all over the place, and I was running around. Girl, I didn't have time to run around. Like, I love just going online and just shopping and clicking, and it just ships directly to me, and every time I get that discount. All right, well, I'm gonna do the spoiler. So, European Union's banned about 1,400 chemicals. Here in the U.S., some studies say, or some reports say that we've banned about 10. Some say 12. So, big difference, obviously. And Arbonne actually has gone way above and beyond that. We have banned over 2,000 different chemicals from being used in our products. So that really speaks volumes that we go way above and beyond as far as our ingredient philosophy. Yes, Peggy, you're exactly right. So we surpass even the European Union standards, which I think is so impressive. We are also non-GMO. We don't use any genetically modified organisms in any of our nutrition products, which is so important. We're also gluten-free. That's really important for people too, because more and more people are realizing that they're gluten intolerant. And I got to tell you guys, when I started Arbonne, I didn't even know what gluten was, but it's become quite the buzz over the years. And so many people are developing or have an intolerance, or maybe they have celiac and they can't tolerate it at all. Arbonne tests to 0 parts per million. And to be called gluten-free here in the US, you can actually have 20 parts per million or less. We test to 0. So that's really important for people who have a super high sensitivity. And that's across the board. All products, even skincare. We're vegan certified and PETA approved. Like I said, we have never tested on animals and we never will. And we will never go into a country that tests on animals either. We don't use any parabens or phthalates. Those parabens, if you haven't heard of them, those are a preservative that are typically found in our skincare and cosmetics here in the US, and they're just not healthy for us. They have actually been found intact in breast cancer tumors, and that's why Arbonne won't use them. We also don't use phthalates. Those are a hormone disruptor. And with all the hormone imbalance and hormone issues that people struggle with in our country, that's just not something we need to add to the problem. We don't use mineral oil. Mineral oil might sound like it's healthy for you, but it's actually a derivative of crude oil. And when they drill up crude oil from the ground, it turns into gasoline, obviously. But there's a byproduct that comes from that. And instead of disposing of that byproduct in an environmentally responsible way, they actually take that byproduct and they put it into our skincare and cosmetics here in the US. And like I said, it might sound like it's good, but if you've heard of Vaseline, Vaseline is petroleum jelly. So petroleum jelly has mineral oil. That's the main ingredient. And why it's not healthy for us is because mineral oil, putting that on your skin is like wrapping your skin in saran wrap so your skin can't breathe. So the toxins can't get out and the good stuff can't get in. And again, it's just not healthy for us. It's one of the things that the European Union has banned, and we won't use it either. We're also OU kosher certified. We are sustainably sourced with all of our ingredients, and we also don't use any artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors. So when I heard all of that, it was like a no-brainer for me, just to make my life simple, to go ahead and just switch my brand and shop online with Arbonne. So that's exactly what I did. And just a little bit more information about the brilliance of having a virtual franchise. So everything we do is pretty much like how we're doing it now, you guys. When I started this business, we didn't have the World Wide Web like it is now with all this information at our fingertips. We didn't have the technology. Heck, I don't even think I started Facebook until 2007, 2008. And now we've got Instagram. We have, Zoom like this. We can connect with people so easily all over the world. So this really is a virtual franchise. I, over the years, have decided I prefer to build my business virtually versus the way we did it like back in the day, if you will, where we did parties. We would, go to people's houses and do events in people's houses. I love the virtual aspect of this now. I love the fact that I can work from home and build this business in my jammies if I want. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not wearing PJ bottoms. You'll never know because you can only see me from here up. But it's so smart because we are actually in 6 different countries. We are in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, Poland, New Zealand, and we are just getting started in these beginning stages of globalization. And why that's so important is because anywhere where Arbonne's in business, you can be in business. So like my network is grown over the years, obviously. And I've got team in New York, California, Michigan, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas. I can't even think of all the different states that we have people in now. As we've grown, we have consultants in Canada and the UK. And you guys, I didn't know anybody in a lot of those states or those countries. But you know what? People know people. So one of the things I always hear people say too is like, gosh, I don't know enough people. I don't think I could do this because I don't know enough people. But you don't have to know enough people because people know people. And that's how it grows. And with social media and technology, I can Zoom with anybody in any country at any time. It's just brilliant. So everything we do is basically with our laptops and our cell phones. We work this business part-time, anytime. So like I said, I still have my title business that I work on a full-time basis. I work this business in to my nooks and crannies, if you will. And this is something that most of us are already talking about anyways. You know, we're always recommending products to other people, or we're recommending services to other people. You know, we're asking people, hey, you know, where do you recommend I go to get my nails done? Or where do you recommend that I go for a great Italian dinner in town? We're always making those recommendations, and that's really all that network marketing or social marketing is. It's just that we get paid for our recommendation, and that particular restaurant or whatever service provider, nail salon, is not going to give me a referral fee for sending somebody there. But in network marketing and with Arbonne, that's exactly what happens. And it's a very low startup cost compared to, like I said before, traditional franchises. You don't have all of the startup costs with even just a regular business that you want to start. It's $49 to start your business. That's it. And if you're already a preferred client, it's just $20 to upgrade. The other thing that's important to realize is that you have the ability with this business to leverage your time. So when you're looking at building this as an asset that you can leave to your family, and I'll explain that in a second. This business is, you teach other people how to do this, you're basically cloning yourself. So how many times have you said, like, gosh, I wish I had like 3 of me. I could have, you know, the mom me, the wife me, and the business me. But that's what you get. You get the business you. Every single business partner that you bring on board is like your clone. And everywhere that you have business partners, you can think of that as your virtual franchise. So you really can be an entrepreneur and build this on your own time. What else I want to tell you guys? We really build this in like just little increments, and the click and order is so smart versus the bricks and mortar, because today people really are used to shopping online. And if you really look at it, becoming a preferred client is just $29. To be a consultant is just $49. An Amazon Prime account, I just renewed my account. It was $120. So divide that by 12, it's basically $10 a month. So you're, like I said, you're basically just getting your own Amazon Prime account, but you know that everything that Arbonne offers on our entire website, you don't have to read the labels. You don't have to worry. We don't put anything in there that you don't want in there, and all the good stuff is in there. It's all filled with botanicals and good ingredients that are going to feed and nourish you from the inside out. So real quick, I just want to touch on the income level so you have an idea of what's possible as far as income goes. So there's just 4 different levels of management in Arbonne, so it keeps it simple. And the first level of management is district manager. The average income there is about $250 a month up to about $1,000 a month. And at that point, you can get to district manager as a team of 1. Like I said, there's no recruiting required. There's no auto ship. You don't have to buy a certain amount every month, but just you buying the products for yourself and your family and recommending them to some friends and family, you can build up to the district manager level as a team of 1. Area manager is the second level of management. At that point, your average income is about $1,000 to about $3,000 a month. And at that point, your business becomes willable. So just think about what an extra $12,000 to $36,000 a year could do for you and your family. And then think about building this as an asset, because what happens is people fall in love with the products. I have people who I call my Arbonne addicts. They've been ordering from me for years because they fall in love with the brand. And when you find something that works, you keep using it. So people order again and again and again because we have a consumable product, which is so smart. I think I use 40 products a day. My husband uses like 28 products a day. And as you show people how to do that, when they run out, instead of going to other stores, they shop online at your store. And as you show more people how to do that, that's how you build to the area manager level. And at that point, your income is going to be ongoing because you've built a sustainable business. You've taught other people how to do what you do. So you're going to have an ongoing paycheck. And at that point, Arbonne says, you've built a sustainable enough business to where you can will your business to your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids down several generations. And you guys, that's huge from a financial planning standpoint and a diversification standpoint, to have an asset that you can leave to your family that will provide an ongoing income. If something happens to me with my title business, once I stop working it, that's gone. Same thing with my husband. When he stops practicing law, that income is gone. But this is something that will continue for years to come. So it's a smart way to build a wall of financial security around yourself and your family. Regional vice president is the third level of management. This is where you earn our company car, which is a white Mercedes-Benz, and the average income there is anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month and up. And you know, some people earn more, some people earn less, but the average time to get to the regional vice president level is about 3 to 3.5 years. And that's so doable on a part-time basis. That was exactly my time frame to earn my Mercedes-Benz. And like I said, I'm on the high end of that scale because I've built my business so large. You know, we do roughly $500,000 a month in sales on our entire team. So you can build a multi-million-dollar virtual global business with this. The top level of management is national vice president. The average income there is $22,000 per month and up. And you guys, I don't know what I could do legally where I could earn that much money without going back to school. And then I would have to trade my time for money because I'd probably have to be like a doctor or something to be able to earn that much. And then I'd never get to be around my kids. So plus the fact that I could never be a doctor because it grosses me out. But anyway, you know, there's travel benefits. My family and I have gone on 10 vacations over the past 12 years, paid for by Arbonne. We get so much recognition and jewelry and other fun incentives. There's business coaching. And, you know, we would love you to join us. This is a business that you can do. There's very little risk, and it's something that we're all doing anyway. We're recommending products to people anyway. We're shopping for ourselves and our family anyway. Why not just make the decision easy for yourself and just switch your brand and shop online with Arbonne? You can sign up as a preferred client. Preferred clients kind of like becoming a member of Costco or Sam's, and you get to shop at the wholesale prices. It's $29 for the year. It's $29 to renew if you liked your discount, and that saves you a 20 to 40% discount on all of the products on our entire website, and there's no monthly auto ship required. Like I said, no monthly minimums. Basically, Arbonne stocks it, UPS delivers it, so you don't have to worry. You can go online and shop directly yourself from your own account. To be a consultant, it's just $49 to get started. That will provide you a 35 to 50% discount on all of your products. And then you also get a fully branded website that's ready to go. As soon as you sign up, you don't have to do anything. You are in business, and that provides you absolutely unlimited income potential, and you can build an asset, you guys, that can protect you and your family and pay you into the future. And I will tell you, I don't ever want to have all of my eggs in one basket again after what we went through in 2008. And, you know, the more things change, it's so smart to have a plan B. So even if you're not wanting to build the 6-figure, 7-figure income with this, I'll tell you what, I think it's so smart for you to look at having this as a plan B. Tuck it in your back pocket, which is exactly what I did. And when I was ready and when I needed it, when our family had impact, I just was able to pull it out and kind of just put my blinders on and get to work. So I recommend that you get back with the person who invited you onto this call or sent you this recorded link, and let them know where you see yourself. If you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. If you're a 1, you're just interested in learning how to get the products online at a discount. 2, you're interested in learning a little bit more about the business. Maybe you have some questions. You're not really sure how this could fit into your life, or you just need a little bit more information. And a 3 means that you're in. You want to join us and build your business and just join our mission to help transform lives and create financial peace and just make such a difference in this world. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate your time and attention, and wishing you all a wonderful evening. God bless everyone. Take care.